So as I had said you, we will be discussing about the extra problems. I have solved one or two problems regarding this in the class, and I had said you I'll be solving extra problems on Teachmeet. So we'll discuss about it. We have studied four colligative properties. Out of that, the first colligative property we will discuss, that is relative lowering of vapor pressure. The formula for relative lowering of vapor pressure is given as P1 naught minus of P1 divided by P1 naught, which is equal to W2 into M1 divided by W1 into M2, where this P1 naught is vapor pressure of solvent, P1 is vapor pressure of solution, W2 mass of solute in grams, W1 mass of solvent in grams, M1 molar mass of solvent, M2 molar mass of solute. So if you know this, you can easily solve the problem. So this was the formula which we will be using. Now next, we will take a problem on this. Whenever a problem is given, the first thing is you should have the patience to read the problem. So we will read this problem. So when you read the problem, what is the problem given here? Yes, we'll go through the problem. What is the problem given? The vapor pressure of pure benzene at a certain temperature is 0.850 bar. A non-volatile, non-electrolyte solid weighing 0.5 gram when added to 39.0 gram benzene, then molar mass 78 gram per mole. Vapor pressure of the solution is 0.845 bar. What is the molar mass of the solid substance? So in the given question, they have given us what all? Vapor pressure of pure benzene at a certain temperature is 0.850 bar. Pure benzene, the term pure refers to what? Pure solvent. So this is nothing but they have given us the information that P1 naught is equal to 0.850 bar. Then next, a non-volatile, non-electrolyte solid weighing 0.5 gram, that is nothing but W2 is equal to 0.5 gram. When added to 39 gram benzene, that is nothing but our solute, this was solute, this is solvent, 39 gram. If at all you are confused between which is your solute and which is your solvent, always remember the mass which is greater is solvent and the mass which is smaller will be solute. So 0.5 gram is solute, 39.0 gram becomes solvent. Then they have given after benzene molar mass 78 gram per mole. That means it is nothing but the molar mass of benzene itself, that is M2, sorry M1. M1 equal to 78 gram per mole. For a solute, we always use the subscript 2. And for the solvent, we use the subscript 1. That is, if at all it is W2, it is mass of solute. If it is M2, it becomes molar mass of solute. And if at all you are taking it as W1, it is mass of solvent. And M1, it becomes molar mass of solvent. So if we look here, M1 is equal to 78 gram per mole. Now what is given, what else is given after that? Vapor pressure of the solution is 0.845 bar. So if we look here, P1 equal to 0.845 bar. This is a vapor pressure of the solution. Then they have asked us what is the molar mass of a solid substance. So they have asked us what? Solid is our solute. M2 is asked in the question. So what is the formula we will be using here is P1 naught minus of P1 divided by P1 naught, which is equal to W2 into M1 divided by M2 into W1. It is the same formula which we have discussed earlier, that is P1 naught minus P1 divided by P1 naught equal to W2 into M1 divided by W1 into M2. Or I have taken here M2 into W1, it means one and the same. Yes, now we will substitute here what is what. We have got the value of P1 naught. What is the value of P1 naught we have got here? They have given 0.850 bar. So we will substitute here 0.850 bar minus P1. What is the value we have got here? 0.845 bar divided by P1 naught. What is the P1 naught value we have? 0.850 bar. 0.850 bar. So we have got this variables. Next, W2, mass of solute. So what is the mass of solute we have here? 0.5 gram. Then next, what do we have? M1, that is 78 gram per mole. So into 78 gram per mole divided by M2 is what we are supposed to calculate. So M2 into what is W1 given? It is 39.0 gram. So we will mention here 39.0 gram. So substitution, 1 mark is for formula, 1 mark is for substitution. So when we have substituted it, we will calculate it. Gram gets cancelled. 0 point. So we will calculate here what is given. 0 point. Yes, what is given? 0.850 minus of 0.845 equal to, what did we get here? 0.005. So we will substitute this value here, 0.005 divided by 0.850. Both units are similar, so bar and bar gets cancelled, which is equal to, next we have here 78 into 0.5. So we will multiply it to 78 into 0.5. It is equal to 39. So we get here 39 gram per mole divided by M2 into 39.0. 39 gets cancelled. Then we will solve for M2. We will take this M2 to the other side. So we will take M2 over here. 39 ones are, that means what is remaining here? 1 into, this will go to the other side. It becomes 0.850, the whole divided by 0.005. Just we have rearranged it. Now on rearranging, we have got this equation. Therefore, M2 equal to, so 1 into 0.850 is 0.850. So 0.850 divided by 0.005 equal to. So what is the mass we get here? 170 gram per mole. So you can note down the problem. Okay, I hope this is clear. We'll go with another problem of the same kind where the values will be different. I hope everyone has noted this problem. Yes, we'll go with the next problem. So as I have said to you, when any problem is given to you, you should have the patience to read the problem. What is given in the problem? Read it carefully. So we'll read one by one. In the beginning, it is given 5.8 gram of non-volatile solute. That means they have mentioned that this 5.8 gram is our solute. So we can write the variable which is given to us is W2. W2 equal to 5.8 gram. Then next, was dissolved in 100 gram of carbon disulfide. If this is a solute, it is dissolved in 100 gram means this becomes our solvent, that is W1. So we'll take the value of W1 as 100 gram. Then the vapor pressure of the solution was found to be, they have given us the vapor pressure of the solution which is indicated by what? P1. So P1 is equal to 190 mm of Hg. Then calculate the molar mass of the solute. So they have asked us to calculate what is M2. Then given the vapor pressure of pure carbon disulfide, whenever they mention pure, it becomes P1 naught. So P1 naught is equal to 195 mm of Hg. Yes, then molar mass of carbon disulfide is given and that is our solvent. So it becomes M1 equal to 76 gram per mole. Now the first thing what we have to do is specify the formula, write the formula. The formula is given as P1 naught minus of P1 divided by P1 naught equal to W2 into M1 divided by M2 into W1. So the formula of P1 naught, value of P1 naught is 195 minus of P1 value is 190. Both have the same unit, so I will write it as mm of Hg divided by P1 naught. P1 naught value is already given, it is how much? 195 mm of Hg, which is equal to W2 value is given as 5.8 gram into M1 value, it is given as 76 gram per mole divided by M2 value is that what we are supposed to find out into W1 value, it is given as 100 gram. So mmHg, gram gets cancelled. 195 minus 190 is 5 divided by 195 which is equal to, here we are having 5.8 into 76, we will multiply it, 5.8 into 76, it is equal to 440.8. 5.8 into 76 equal to 440.8. So we get here how much? 440.8. We'll substitute the value 440.8 gram per mole divided by M2 into 100. This M2 we will take it to other side. So 5 comes in the place of M2 and this goes to the numerator. So what is the rearrangement do? We need M2. So we have taken M2 to the other side. M2 equal to 440.8 gram per mole into 195 divided by 5 into 100 which is nothing but 500. Therefore, M2 equal to, so 440.8 into 195 equal to divided by 500 equal to, we get it as how much? 171.912. Unit is gram per mole, which is almost equivalent to 172 gram per mole. So you can write this as your answer. Yes, you can note down this problem. Yes. Now we'll go with the next problem on the same. Yes, you can try to solve this problem. You can read the problem first. Always, whenever a problem is given, I repeat it every time. First, you should have the patience to read the problem. You should find out what are the variables given and what is actually expected. So here, we will read it. The vapor pressure of pure benzene at a certain temperature is 200 mm of Hg. Pure benzene they have given, that means it is P1 naught, and value given is 200 mm of Hg. When 2 gram of a non-volatile solute, 2 gram means it is the mass given, W2 equal to 2 gram. When 2 gram of a non-volatile solute is dissolved in 78 gram of benzene, W2 is given as well as W1 is also given, it is 78 gram. Benzene has a vapor pressure of 195 mm of Hg. So, when 2 gram is dissolved in 78 gram benzene, the vapor pressure of benzene becomes 195 mm of Hg. So, P1 equal to 195 mm of Hg. Calculate the molar mass of the solute. So they have asked us to calculate what is M2. Molar mass of benzene equal to 78 gram per mole. So they have given us M1, that is 78 gram per mole. Yes. Now how we will solve it? What is the first thing you have to do? Write down the formula. What is the formula? P1 naught minus of P1 divided by P1 naught equal to W2 into M1 divided by W1 into M2. W2 into M1 divided by W1 into M2. So P1 naught value is given, it is 200, minus of P1 value is given, it is 195. Here mm of Hg divided by P1 naught is again how much? 200 mm of Hg, which is equal to W2 value is 2 gram into molar mass of solvent is 78 gram per mole. W1 given is 78 gram into M2 is what we are going to identify. So 78 gets cancelled. 200 minus 195 is 5. mmHg gets cancelled. 5 divided by 200 equal to, here we are having what now? Gram gets cancelled. 2 divided by M2, that is gram per mole. Now we will take this to the other side. So what do we get here? M2 equal to 2. This 200 comes here. It becomes 2 into 200 gram per mole divided by 5. Since you are preparing for competitive exam, if at all there are simple calculations, better avoid using calculator. This is a simple calculation you can do. 5 ones are 5 fours are 20. There is another 0 remaining, so it becomes 40. 2 fours are 8 and 2 zeros are 0. So what is the mass here? 80 gram per mole. This is the molar mass of our solute. So go through the question. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Yes, go through the questions given. Yes, thank you. Remaining, the next problem will continue in the next class.